Hey, hello people, welcome in my video. I am Mihai and today we do a review of the 8BitDo Retro Mechanical M Edition keyboard. It's basically similar as the old keyboard of back in the days, the IBM keyboard. This is the M Edition from 8BitDo. So let's go for the review. Hello people, welcome in the video. This keyboard is of course wired or wireless. You can do Bluetooth 2.4 wireless or wired. The cable is USB-C. I don't know if you can see it, but it is USB-C. It is wired. I use it because for me it is ridiculous to have a keyboard wireless. Of course it's handy if you need to, from distance, work with your product. But I always keep my keyboard at my desktop PC, so I will use it wired. I'm a little bit skeptical about the battery inside. What will it do over time in 20 years? Will it vent? Will it burn? Will it do nothing? It's always a little bit scary, all those batteries inside all those wireless products nowadays. So this is the overview of the keyboard. On the top you have wireless off, on or 2.4. Then you have a volume bar. The volume bar is a little bit loose, a little bit too loose in my opinion, but it works. If you swap it, your windows will change volume. Here you have 3 buttons, a whole manual for that. You can map and profile, you can macro map while doing it, or you do it in the software on the computer, but you can map it without software as well. Those are basically those 3 buttons, your profile buttons. And of course, it is a 10 keyless keyboard. That means 10 keyless minus the numpad. So for me, why did I choose a 10 keyless keyboard and not a smaller form factor? Because I like to have the F1 buttons for my RTS games, or also macros for Windows. For example, on Windows, if you press F2, you can rename something. There, Alt F4, you can close Windows. This is best handful to have F1 buttons, especially for RTS games. That's why I took a 10 keyless keyboard. And yeah, what else can we talk about the keyboard? The switches are KO Whitebox V2 switches. They are pre-looped clicky switches and they're sounding like this. Hello, I'm Michiel. I'm from the Netherlands. I cannot type really well because there's a camera in front of me, but how are you doing? It's working very well. The sounding is very nice. I must say, when typing, it's quite loud. The keyboard is quite loud, but the sounding is top notch, guys. I really like KO Whitebox V2 switches. I also have another keyboard with V1 switches. I will show you now the difference. So people, these are KO Whitebox V1 switches. They are not looped. And these are the KO Whitebox V2 switches. They feel smoother. They feel a little bit harder to press. And they feel very smooth. So this is the overview of the whole keyboard. Of course I told you those settings on the top. Then you have a 10 keyless model, just as normal. Those A and B buttons you can customize in the software. It's just a 10 keyless model, everything is the same. Some LED indicators here and some LED indicators over here for your profiles. Then you have USB-C for wired. And you can do, of course, wireless, I told you. And here you have 4 input things to put in. And that are basically those special key macro buttons. They are not KO Box White V2 switches, they are green switches. A little bit more tactile and harder to press. But the sounding is really top notch. But you can put them in the 4 holes on the front of the keyboard. You can put 4 of those. 4 of those, or a controller, or something else of 8BitDo brand you can put on the keyboard. That's pretty cool. Maybe you can even do a headset with 3.5mm jacks. I don't 100% certain if you can do that, but that's really cool. Those buttons you can customize in the software. I will show you a little bit later. As you can see, the keyboard is not completely flat. You have flat, but this keyboard is a little bit angled upwards. And keep in mind, that can be a deal breaker, or it can be something that you really search for. My previous keyboard was a flat keyboard. Yeah, I was used to it for many years, and now I need to get used to the angled upward version. It's a little bit angled upward. So it's harder to press the Z and the X button, for me at least for now. And it's easier to press the F1 buttons. But of course I use the Z, X and C buttons more often than the F1 buttons. So I will getting used to it, to this new angled up version. And if you're going to the back, there are no feet to make it flatten or even more angled upwards. There's no feet underneath, only rubber feet to prevent slipping on your desk. But for the rest, there's nothing else on the keyboard. There's some logo branding of 8BitDo and some good rubber feet. Let me see. Will it move? If you do pressure, if you do really hard pressure, it will move, but it is not slippery on your desk. It's very grippy because the keyboard itself is very heavy weight-wise. These are the macro customization buttons. They sound like this. And the keyboard itself sounds like this. Yeah, it's a handful. You can macro and bind and key on it. For example, play and pause your music, or start your stream, or start recording. You can all change that in the software of 8BitDo. I will show you a little bit later. This is the dongle. So these are the KO Whitebox V2 switches. You can pull them out with a key puller, but you need a certain key puller for switches. I don't have it nearby, but you don't get it in the box, a key puller for keycaps or for switches. You need to purchase it. It's very cheap though, but you don't get it with the product. You can replace the switches. It's 3 or 5 pin switches, so you can replace them with any other switches, for example KL Jade switches. They're also very good clicky switches and really interesting to purchase. So you can pull out all the keycaps, then all the switches, and replace them, for example, with KL Jade switches, and set on all the keycaps. You can also replace them with different keycaps. For example, here I have different keycaps. You can just set different keycaps on. I have this 1.5 thickness keycaps, and it fits. 1.5 mm keycaps will fit. And then it will have different sounding as well. So you can replace them with basically Cherry MX keycaps or KO keycaps. What about the keycaps? The keycaps are PBT and they have a little bit of texture on it, and you can feel it. But my other older keyboard with big font, but this keycap from a different brand has way more texture on it, so probably I will replace them with a different keycap, or with this one, or with something else. The font is very small, just a very small font, and I personally like this big font way more. It's for me easier to read, easier to see, and I want keycaps with more texture for more feedback, and thicker keycaps for more talky sound. So I'm testing the software. First you make a profile. I just made a profile. And then don't update to the newest driver or your buttons don't work in the software. I got many bugs. Don't upgrade to the newest, maybe to the middle one. There are 3 drivers or 3 firmware. Upgrade to the middle one, but maybe you don't have to update at all. And then you go click on this on the bottom, and I've pressed on this button. Here you can customize to default numeric, a letter from your keyboard. You can do functions, the F1 and the F buttons. You can do functions on the customization buttons, the F1 buttons. You can do numpad buttons. You can do navigation, up arrows, enter, delete. You can do modifiers, left control, shift, caps locks, function button and menu. You can do symbols like all those symbols, the N symbol and the plus and so on. You can do symbols, mouse functions. You can do primary clicks of all your mouse buttons. Or you can do shortcuts. And then I do, for example, you can do play volume up, mute button, open the browser, display brightness up and down, launch calculator, file explorer, mail. But I do, for example, play and pause on the left button, and now I have a music song I will put on, and I press the button, and will it work? Yes, it works. Now press one button and it stops. But remember, you need to click the profile button on your keyboard, and then the light that's the most right of the on the left top, and it has an LED and it needs to light up. Then the profile is on, and then you can press a button if you have customized it. To the world, the Lord is come. To earth receive the King, let every heart prepare him room. Whatever, guys. I just add play and pause on the left button. Now I want on the right button, I want to do the insert. I want the keyboard hotkey insert for recording my videos for YouTube on Bandicam or on OBS. So we're going to, is it numpad? Let me see, is it numpad? No, it's not numpad. Navigation maybe. Insert, yeah. Save. Oh, I need to click this one. Save. Play and pause and insert. You see on the keyboard. You can also, you have two key buttons on your keyboard, the B and the A. And you can also customize them in the software to customization button to your preference. So yeah, now I have two buttons. Insert on the right, music on the left. It was basically the review, guys. I hope you liked it. Consider a like. Comment in the video if you have something to say. Subscribe, it is all free. And thank you all for watching. I mostly do RTS game videos on my channel. And also reviews and Windows videos, tips and tricks and so on. So take a look to other videos of my channel. And consider subscribing, it is free. Thank you all for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.